It's your girl, Miss Mouthy, and welcome to another Mouthy Mondays. And I have an amazing special guest, the one and only. Introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shauntrelle Blu. How are you?
Good, good, good. Thank you so much for coming on and being one of my guests. I'm like really excited because I got a rich bitch in the building, y'all. Period, point blank. Yeah,
No, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. I really do appreciate the opportunity.
no problem. So, a lot of things that like when I think of people who I wanted to have on a podcast, I made this list, and you were right on my list when I thought about like iconic people in our community that I feel like are staple holders. And so I just remember being younger and always admiring you, not only just for your beauty, but the fact of like how you moved in the community spaces. Like a lot of people respect and adore you.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. I think that's a lot to live up to, but I really do appreciate that. It feels good to be recognized for being, just being yourself and being a decent human being. So I appreciate that.
No problem. One thing that that I was just like dying to know if I ever got to sit down and have a conversation with you was like,
Uh-oh.
so, um, how did you start your showgirl career? And I guess could you explain what a showgirl is for people who may not know?
Um, okay, well, I started my showgirl career when I was 19 years old, and I was just this quiet little shy little person. And I worked at a hair salon, and the people at the hair salon, they were like, "Well, we're going to take you out for your birthday. Have you ever been to a gay bar? You ever been to a gay club?" I'm like, "No," but they took me. They took me to a gay bar for my 19th birthday, and it was a drag show. It like they took me to see a drag show. And when I saw these girls and how beautiful they were and how glamorous they were, I was like, oh my God, I want to do this. 2 months later, I started performing. 2 months later, I started performing, and that was a very long time ago.
Okay, do you remember the first song you ever performed?
Yes, I do. It was Deep Inside by Mary J. Blige. I'll never forget it.
Okay, okay, cool. Um, So yeah, when you say that, that's exactly the impact you had on me when I first seen you on show. And I don't know if this part of your plan, but you just have this activating wow factor of like confidence that I've never seen before. Like you just mesmerize me. I was like, God, she's so beautiful. And she's like, baby, I need a beautiful. Like
I appreciate that. Thank you. I
no
think that
problem.
it comes from like I don't know, like I guess just always like wanting or looking for an outlet, some type of some way to like express myself creatively. And so when I saw that and I'm like, oh my God, I can be any kind of way I want to be and wear anything that I want to wear, and a hair color that I would not particularly wear,
Hey,
in my everyday life. I can just do all of these things on stage and no one will look at me like I'm crazy.
right. Oh, that's beautiful. So were there any like maybe showgirls at the time while you started performing that you like looked up to or admired?
Well, I think that I pretty much admired them all. I mean, I was just like, the new kid on the block. So everyone was exciting to me. Everyone was beautiful to me. Like from Diva to Mafia.com, Gayla Grace, of course, the legendary and great Miss April Summers, who I've had the pleasure of working with the majority
Right.
of my career. Um, I think that I was pretty much just fascinated by everybody.
Okay.
I was fascinated by everybody because everyone was just so beautiful and so glamorous.
Right. Is there a really big misconception that people may have about showgirls?
I don't think that there's a misconception about showgirls specifically. I think that, and let's just like, first I want to like answer the other half of your question, like what is my
Okay.
definition of it? Okay, so I mean, I like to think for myself, a person who is trans and a person who identifies as female, I'm not a drag queen.
Right.
So although it is a drag show, it's definitely a drag show. Um, I'm definitely not a drag queen. I think that many of us, and for those who may not know, drag queens are usually men who dress as women for hobby or, you know, in their spare time or for fun or whatever. But that's not who I am. So the term showgirl, think I think that it, you know, it's more befitting for someone like myself. So I prefer the term showgirl.
Thank you for clearing that up. So, because we see things like RuPaul Drag Race, and I think automatically people assume that trans women who live their everyday life or might be a performer, that they can box them into in the same category as a drag queen. So, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. So you have a new amazing product. I would love for you to tell the people about um Rich Bitch Water.
Yes.
Love
Well,
that name.
uh,
Let's start there.
you know what? I'm always thinking about something crazy, or I have so many things that I say that people just pick up, and now I have like my homegirl saying like little crazy things, and like my best friend saying some crazy shit that I just made up. You know, like you know how you just make up like random crazy little stuff. You have your own lingo.
Yeah, like Shisha Nimi Mahami.
Like what?
Shisha Nimi Mahami. That's a fine nigga.
I'm gonna have to write that one down.
Period.
I think that I think that the name came from what the product is, which it is a water. There are 7 different options, and they all begin with water. It is a vegan hydrating skin mist. So I don't know. To me, the product is so fabulous and glamorous and luxurious, and also good for your skin. That I mean, the name just kind of like fell right in my lap. It just popped into my head like rich bitch water. I mean,
Period.
it's just
Period. Get you some. Get you
yeah, get you
some.
some.
Yes, and I'm in love with the smell of it. Like I tried it this morning with my skin routine, and I just like fell in love with the smell of it. Like I don't think I have a lot of things that have a floral scent to it, but it's not overwhelming and powerful. So that I could really appreciate. Um,
Thank you.
and it was really like inspirational to know another woman that started a product, right? Like I'm a firm believer that like monkey see, monkey do. Like, so what I see another woman do, I give kudos to, and it makes me feel inspired to be like, okay, well, shit, she can do it. Let's figure out what products is, you know.
Honestly, that's exactly what it is. I'm following in the footsteps of Rihanna and all the other African American women who have decided to become entrepreneurs and who decided to do something in skincare and something in makeup or just beauty, period. So I'm right with you. I'm trying to get to Ree's level.
You hear me, and you will reach it. Like, keep doing what you're doing because even watching you like your career and like now that you do makeup, it only kind of makes sense that you started these things of like products and cosmetics and beauty. Um, so yeah, that's really beautiful. Is there is there a certain what was the process like with developing rich bitch water? So
Oh my God, it was a lot of trial and error, a lot of testing, a lot of time, a lot of patience. Rich Bitch Water actually started with our top seller, which is the Rich Bitch. And that one is the rose water option. And it is something that I've used on my skin for many, many years. And I mean, people always ask me like, oh my God, something about my skin. Like, I hate to like be that person, but it's true. Like people always ask me stuff about your skin. Like, oh my God, like, how do you do this? Or what do you use? And what are you wearing? And so I tell them like, the steps or things to try, or use this or try this Rich Bitch Water. It from something that I know and love. Rich Bitch Water comes from years and years of my self experience with skincare and different products and organic ingredients, vegan ingredients, and just years of trying different things, because everyone's skin is different. My skin when I was 16 is totally different when I was 26, and then different again at 36. So it's just like, it's not just a one-way thing. However, with the Rich Bitch Water being vegan and or having organic ingredients, it made it easier for me to be like, okay, if I kind of like eliminate all the dyes, eliminate the perfumes, eliminate a lot of this, excuse my French, but a lot of this shit that I can't even pronounce. I feel like that will open up an easier path for me to just take care of my skin in a more healthier way. And that's what Rich Bitch Water is about. Taking care of your skin, giving it that moisture, that hydration, which is so necessary, especially for our skin, Black girl. We got to have that moisture. We want that glow. We want our skin popping. We got to take care of it. And that's what Rich Bitch Water is all about.
Okay. So another thing that like I want to pick your brain about, right? Like you made a post not too long ago, which I think is amazing because we don't talk about these things, and then like money management and like credit scores and things of that nature. So it's like, what tips do you have for young women trying to put themselves in a better position as far as like uplifting their credit score or becoming an entrepreneur?
I think that unless you have a bunch of money, try not to live beyond your means. Like I'm just, for me, and this is just what worked for me. I would always make sure that I was living within an affordable comfort zone for myself. That way, if anything happened, if I lost my job or if I was at work or, just anything, I could still somewhat stay afloat. Because of that, I've been able to put myself into situations where, okay, I'm not living beyond my means. I'm not living like beneath my means, but I'm not like living to impress the people who live next door. I'm living in a manner that is comfortable for me. With that being said, I've been able to save my money, have a savings, which you need, just period. Everyone needs a savings, whether it's for an emergency, a rainy day, or you want to start a business or a project. So I've been able to have a savings, which is a good thing. Living within my means has afforded me the ability to be able to kind of like navigate through the ups and downs of life. And with that, I think that I think that it's easy for you to put yourself in a position where you can say, okay, hey, my bills are this, my savings is this, I have this left over, I want to try to do this, or I want to work on my credit, or I want to try to get a new car, or I want to try to like start some fund to put myself through school, or to take a class or a course, which are ultimately the things that you need: education, assets, good credit. These are the things that are going to take you to the next level.
Okay. That's beautiful. I really appreciate that. One thing I
Hmm.
wanted to talk about was you're no longer at the Woodward, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So can we talk about that and like um what made that transition for you to decide to no longer be there?
Well, I think that I mean, like a lot of people know that I've worked at the Woodward for many, 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 many years. And I was, just 110% dedicated and exclusive to this one place. Like people knew that if they wanted to see me, they had to come to the Woodward Bar and Grill.
Right.
However, there were just some things like behind the scenes, like show business things that were not going in the direction that my career is going in.
Right.
So I decided to respectfully part ways. And, I just decided to just go off and do my own thing. And that's how A Showgirl's Dream has come about.
Yeah, and I definitely wanted to ask about that. Um, how was that? And can you tell the people about what the Showgirl Dream is all about?
Well, A Showgirl's Dream is a show that I built on my own back. It
Go
is
ahead.
hosted by one of the greatest showgirls of our time, April Summers. She is a legend and an icon.
Yes.
And I mean, it is a treat and a pleasure to even still have her around because so many of our loved ones, whether it's real family or chosen family, so many people are, not with us now. So for me to have her on board with this and it be, such a big deal. I mean, two sold out shows, amazing entertainment, hosted by April Summers, starring me. I mean, for me, it was all about putting on the show that you dream of, like the kind of like for me, when I think of, oh my God, I want to look like this and I want to do this, and it's
Right.
going to be in cameras, and that's what it is. It's a showgirl's dream.
That is so beautiful. One, I want to commend you for having um, the ability to be able to see a vision, see it through, and you did that with Rich Bridgewater. You're doing it with a Showgirl Dream, and that takes a lot of bravery, right? Like sometimes we get complacent to where we're at in life, and that's one thing that I can just give you that, like, shit, if you see something, you're gonna make it happen for yourself, and that's really dope.
I appreciate that. It's pretty much the story of my life. I mean, even when I began this journey of transition,
Hmm.
you kind of have this vision of who you want to be or where you see yourself in life. And I think that's it's just the way it's always been. I mean, there's never been anything in my life that I wanted that I couldn't have. And
Ooh,
I owe it all. It's not just like me. These are just like my ideas and my thoughts. I have to give my thanks and my honor to God because He makes all of these things possible. He made me, He made my mind, He made,
right.
these thoughts in my mind that I think that I want to achieve, and then He gives me what it takes to get to that point to achieve my goals. So I mean, I can't take the credit. I'm just living in this moment in this universe where I'm just following someone's lead. I have these thoughts and ideas, but I'm ultimately following his lead. So I'm just riding. I'm just riding away. I
I
guess.
love it. I love it because oftentimes I think I believe the same thing. Like the misconceptions I think sometimes around people ideas of us is that they see social media, they see perception, and they conjure all these ideas. But actually, it'd be like, yeah, you don't like me as Miss Mouthy, but I was the same girl that was struggling and homeless, and before I got to this place, like I had to endure some shit, right? And so I
Yeah,
think like as much as like we see you for your beauty and everything, there's a story behind that. And so Is there any big misconceptions that you often get placed in that you probably would want to take this platform to clear up?
No.
Okay, I love that, honestly. Okay.
No, I think that oftentimes people think that I'm a little bit of a bitch, and I am, but
It's
no, but like
okay to do it.
no, like sometimes people think I'm a bitch, like in the aspect like you can't like approach me or just come and say hi or ask for a picture, like at a show or something. But that is so not the case. I mean, there's proof of that. However, I think that as a showgirl and as an entertainer, for me, in order for me to maintain a certain level of celebrity, I
Mhm.
have to kind of like I I have to kind of like just stay to myself, and that has worked for me. If I'm
Right.
like if I'm like hanging out at your house and then we like, and this is not for everybody, but this is like for the majority.
Right, right,
If
right.
I'm everybody hanging out at my house and then everybody's sleeping over and then I'm hanging, like by the time I get on stage, nobody's checking for me because they just left my damn house.
Right,
So
right.
me, for me, in order for me to maintain the illusion for stage and my celebrity on stage, it was just and is still very important to me. I mean, you can't go to Beyonce house, and I'm not saying I'm Beyonce at
Yeah,
all, but I'm just saying, I'm just
see,
saying.
I was gonna say that, but since you said it, I was just like, she the Beyonce of showgirls. Like, you might as well give her that title, and I don't give a fuck who don't like it.
No, 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 no.
No.
I'm just saying, like, you have to have. I'm sharing. I give everything to. I'm when you're a showgirl or an entertainer or an artist or an actress or an actor, or if you're just in the public, you're sharing yourself with the majority. I mean, I have to have something for myself. I have to have something to take home at night. I have to say something to me. So that's just what it is.
Yeah, and one thing about it, right, is that as I'm growing, I'm learning that like it's okay to not apologize about having boundaries. It is
Mhm.
okay to tell people like you can have all access to me. That's okay because we live in a time with technology where everybody feel like they got to know everything about you. But hell, I'm from the old school. Some things got to remain private. Like, yeah.
Okay.
So what can we expect next for you? Like what's down the pipeline and everything?
Well, I think that um oh my God, I'm always torn with what to share, what not to
What
share.
not to
You know what
share?
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what I'm working on, what not to spoil, like what I
Okay.
should say. Definitely more of me on stage, definitely more of Rich Bitch Water. It has just taken on a life of its own. It's been uh selling out almost some of the options, and
That's a
more
blessing.
more gorgeous skin, more fabulous glamorous skin.
Okay. So what's Blue take on love? Oh,
like
see, I
what do
got
you
you with
mean?
it.
I need
Okay,
a little
so
bit of
okay.
a little elaborations.
Are you let's start here. Let's start at the basis. Are you currently single? Ooh, okay, pay it. Okay.
You are tickling me. What are you talking about? I thought we were stop talking about the other stuff.
Okay, you're right. Let me get out your business.
No, I am what am I? I don't even know what I am. That just made me hot. Girl, you
Ooh.
tripping. No, I
Okay,
am no, I want to answer the question. I'm weighing my options. I'm a girl with options and I like to weigh them. So
I like
I'm just weighing.
that. I like that. That's real. Okay.
I'm weighing.
So do you believe in the ideal of how we romanticize love, I guess? So do you believe in like true love and that type of thing?
Yeah, I mean definitely. I've
Okay.
had I mean, I think that there is like something sometimes said or spoken about trans women not being able to have healthy and successful relationships, which I disagree with wholeheartedly. It's
Okay.
some women out here, some bitches can't even keep a man, or you know what I'm saying?
You better
Like,
say it.
I mean, look at Halle Berry and Mary J. Blige, and even Beyonce got cheated on, and
Right.
I mean, the list goes on. It doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, what you have.
Period.
You know, everyone has had their ups and downs in love. And I think that, I mean, you just got to meet someone who wants that thing as much as you do.
Okay. Do you want marriage? Ooh.
I want to, I want to be healthy. I want to live a long, full life, and I want to be surrounded by close friends and family. Uh,
Girl, I love the way you did that. Go ahead.
I
Oh,
mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess like I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
I think every girl wants a wedding.
I do want a wedding. Yes, I do want the wedding.
I think every girl wants a wedding and a dress and a cake. Um, I mean, definitely, I would love to be married, but you know, it's just gonna have to be with the right person for sure, which is seemingly hard to tell sometimes
You right about
who the
that.
right person is. And that's why I said I'm weighing my options.
Okay. So, do you have a love language?
I don't want to share.
Okay. Boom. Um.
No, I do. And it's like, I got like three.
Okay. Okay. That's okay. Because sometimes it takes all of that.
No, hey, I guess I'm just that kind of girl. I like things though. It's terrible. I like, I like things. I like gifts. And I'm not saying like a $10,000 gift or a 50. I'm just saying like it
And
can
even
be
if you
just
did, that's okay. That's okay.
that's okay. But for me, it could even just be like a little teddy bear from Target, like a little fan. I need like just hit me with the here. I thought about you. Here go this. You know, yeah, just a little
Okay.
something.
So, I'm gonna give you some rapid fire questions, right? And you just give me your first answer that comes to your mind. Okay?
Okay,
Boom. Good morning or good night text.
both.
Okay. Lipstick or lip gloss.
Gloss.
Okay. Gym shoe or high heel.
No, because no, honestly, like I only wear heels on stage.
Okay. Okay.
Never wear heels unless I'm like working, like performing.
Oh, okay. That's something. Okay. See, that's that perception. Okay.
I know. Yeah,
You'll make
I'm
me feel.
definitely not just going to the supermarket in some heels. No, nope.
Okay. Jeans or dresses.
I'm gonna have to say dresses. I'm just gonna have to. I'm gonna have to say dresses. However, I am a jeans kind of girl. It's just that like recently I've gained so much weight that I can't fit any of my jeans. So I'm definitely gonna have to go with dresses.
Okay. Okay. Well, is so I think that's it. That's all I kind of know and have, but I want to thank you so much for coming on. It's been such a pleasure.
I
Okay.
want to thank you for having me. I have been watching you since, oh my God, I've been watching you since before the MTV stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Watching you and following you for such a long time. when I saw you on television, I'm like, I know her. Like, what the hell? Like, and you know how like you see something that's just like super duper unexpected? I'm like, is this girl I know? I'm like,
Yeah.
I this bitch on my Facebook. She on TV.
Yeah.
So I've been following you, and I'm just super duper fascinated by you.
Thank
Proud
you.
of you, everything that you're doing. It's so positive. I mean, we all like a little ratchetness every now and then, but I prefer the positivity. I prefer to see the girls who are doing something positive, to see the girls who are doing something that is going to change the way that society views us. And I'm not even like one of them
Type
people,
of girl. Right.
because I don't give a fuck. But I do appreciate, I mean, just you as a person and everything that you bring to the table. It's all juicy greatness, and I appreciate it. And I think
Thank you. That means a lot to me. I do it because I only know how to fucking be me, right? And be a nice girl. And again, I don't see versions of ourselves in the community in the way that I want to. Like, y'all either misgendering us or you using dead names or you just only like us when you want to misgender us. So for me, if I can help it and use my platform to like highlight our narratives and the spirits, that's what I want to do. So I just want to have beautiful people come on, share their narratives, and like, hell, you got a whole product, okay? So everybody needs to go get them some rich bitch water. Check her out on her shows. Period. Because like y'all will be blown away when y'all see her get on stage and do her thing. Like it's always a beautiful sight to see.
thank
So
you so much. Oh,
of course, thank you, my love.
thank
It's your girl, Miss Mouthy, and this is another Mouthy Mondays with Shauntrelle Blu, the rich bitch. Bye.
you. Bye.